Wait, John Rowe.
The topic of the
We do a
podcast
podcast.
together,
We should do a
and I'm
podcast.
excited.
Roy John. Wait, John Rowe. We should do a podcast.
The topic of the podcast together, and honestly, I'm excited.
G'day, dorks, and welcome in to Lords of Dorktown. I'm your host. Thank you for joining me. My name's Philip. With me tonight is a absolutely wonderful guest. It's his first appearance here. I've been trying to get him on for a while, but with all the Rona and whatnot, he's only just been able to cross the borders and come down into our fine New South Wales area. So please give me a hand in welcoming an absolute legend, my older brother, Justin. How are you, Justin?
Good, mate. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Mate, we've been trying to get you down for ages, but with the Rona and stuff, just
That damn Rona. It'll
damn
get you.
Rona. Crazy.
It'll keep you trapped.
Yeah, and with us as well, he's been on here a bunch. It's Jason, mate. You love Jason.
How you going, guys?
How are you, Jay?
Hey, mate,
I'm
how are you?
well. Righto.
Mate, it's bloody good to have you two in here.
Yeah.
It's the first person I started the podcast with and the first person I told about a podcast.
I'm probably the first person to listen to it as well.
Yeah, you would the first person to listen to it. That's crazy. So yeah, Justin, you're my older, but I wouldn't say significantly older. You're a few years older than me.
Yeah, a couple of years.
Yeah. So what classifies you to be on this podcast, mate? What's your resume?
Oh, for this one, I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z
Yeah, that's the topic we're doing
As we all
today.
did, yeah.
and Pokemon, and then I went away from it for a while because I'm old,
Yeah.
and now I've taken up the hobby of buying and selling cards.
Yeah, this kind of popped up. I remember when you first started doing this. It was like maybe a year ago
I've been doing
now.
it probably about a year now.
I remember I got a message from you like out of the blue, and it was just like a picture of a Pokemon card. No, you sent me a link to a really expensive Pokemon card. I was like, why is Justin sending me Pokemon stuff? And then you were like, oh yeah, I'm buying and selling Pokemon cards. I was like, so jealous. Just instantly was like, you fucking asshole. Of course you're doing something that cool. Fuck you.
I just happened to stumble across a YouTube video of people opening and
Oh, yeah, I've done the same thing.
yeah.
The old delving deep into YouTube and then
Oh yeah.
it just pops up in your feed
The
over and
algorithm.
over.
Oh, that
Yeah.
algorithm will get you. Because I've watched a few. I've watched a few opening card opening videos. I think I watched like two like a month ago, and man, my like algorithm now is just non-stop Pokemon card opening. It's fucking crazy.
You can make a bit of money if you.
So you
I'm only small time though, so
yeah, but you've made a bit of money in the past from it.
yeah. I acquired quite a lot of cards for free,
Yeah,
which got me ahead
yeah.
a lot. So
What's the most expensive card you've sold?
mine are about 100, but I've sold multiple of that amount. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm only
but
small time.
$100 for a card. though.
$100 for a card. So.
That's crazy. That's insane.
But I'm yet to pull the elusive Charizard, which
So,
is,
yeah,
which is multiple hundreds of dollars.
You've told me this, like every time we've spoken about it, the first thing you always say is that Charizard equals money. So Charizard's like the gold standard, right?
That's what you want.
So I actually went out and bought some Pokemon cards today. I bought $40 worth of Pokemon cards, which I think ended up being 6 packs there we've got?
Yeah, I think it's 6. It's just a 3-pack.
Yeah. So it was, six booster packs. So what are your chances you reckon we'll get a Charizard out of these?
Probably 0.
0?
Let's be honest. So I've probably only opened about 1,000 packets and never got a decent Charizard.
1,000 and never hit a Charizard.
Yeah,
That's crazy. So what
not a decent. I've had base Charizards that are worth nothing, but
yeah.
none of the big money ones.
So which one is the rare one?
Oh, the rare one's a first edition Charizard, Shadowless,
of course.
which is
Yeah.
worth 100+ grand.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Well,
Yeah.
one sold the other day for 315,000.
That's insane.
How many of these first edition booster packs are there left? Come on.
I can't see there being many, but they go for. I think a pack's about $1,300
$1,300.
for a pack.
They're
About
from
that, maybe more.
They're from like the 1990s, right?
Yeah, 99.
Yeah, it'd be like
1999?
1999, yeah.
Yep. Wow.
So the smart people were the people that bought Pokemon cards in the 1990s and didn't open them.
Yeah, they didn't try and scratch the hollows off and go look at different colours and.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine how?
So me and my mate would play with them. By me and my mate, he would buy them and I just use them.
Yeah, we never got Pokemon cards. No way.
So we would have had a first edition set
yeah.
and just ruined them because no one
Yeah.
knew that was going to be worth anything.
I've
do you-
still got first edition stuff at home, but
Do you remember
it's
Odin?
wrecked.
Do you remember our mate Odin? Him and his brother had like a box, like a legitimate box full of Pokemon cards, and we ruined every single one of them. Every single one.
So I'll open some as we talk.
Yeah, open some
Otherwise
as we
won't
talk.
get to 'em,
So in the basic booster pack, how many cards are you getting?
but 11?
11
10,
cards.
10, sorry.
10.
Oh, no, get rid of that. It's just the energy card.
Get rid of the energy cards.
and
Yeah.
then-
Oh,
flip it over.
he knows the tricks.
Yeah, he knows the
And
tricks.
then you just go through and you...
So what do we got there? Just
I don't know how to speak.
yeah, just
It's a Wellios or something. I don't really look for names. It's just Charizard for me.
you're just looking for Charizard.
Charizard and shiny cards.
Yeah.
I'm all about the money. I don't really worry about the...
That looks like a shiny card.
That's
there.
a reverse holo. And then we went to a Butterfree VMAX, which is probably worth about $30.
So
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know. We can Google it. And
yeah, we'll Google it afterwards.
Oh, okay,
That is.
righto.
Can I just say that is a
that is a good card.
gorgeous card.
Can I have a look?
That is beautiful, man. Pokemon cards have really grown up.
Oh, I remember them just
you
being...
even feel it.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
great, right?
Yeah.
So I still think it's crazy that people that didn't open packets in the 90s and kept them are making bank now. But do you think they would have been looked at as insane back in the day?
Oh,
right?
yeah. Like,
People would have thought they were crazy.
that one had nothing. Yeah, so it's just ridiculous. Like, who would have thought that a piece of cardboard would be worth
Well,
a house?
yeah,
Yeah.
legitimately worth a bunch of money.
Crazy.
So you sell these on eBay,
Yeah,
right?
just eBay or like the Facebook Marketplace if I can, but
Who's-
mainly eBay.
Who's buying these?
A lot of older people are actually just
Be-
for the
it'd be-
resale value.
It'd be your
Yeah,
generation,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, just
Yeah. So your Gen Xers who are now got a bit of spare cash floating around.
yeah, and it's pretty much investment. Like I'm starting to move from buying packs and opening them to cards to buying sealed boxes.
And just
res-
sell it
to
and
resell
resell them. Okay.
Yeah,
So nothing in that pack either. So
it's
you
only 3 packs. So.
you really just look for shinies and Charizards.
Yeah.
That's your principle going through. That's amazing. Like,
But if you can get multiple of them, and you'll make money.
yeah,
You pretty much made your money on that card, probably.
that's crazy. That is so nuts
you
to
go.
me. So I just find it so interesting. So you kind of fell into this by, acquiring a bunch of cards for free.
Yeah.
And, you've kind of started buying and selling since then.
Yep.
Do you think it's something that you'll keep up with? Like, do you think this is going to be... Oh, that's...
What's that one?
Butterfree.
What? The Butterfrees all around, mate. That's still really pretty, though. I'll have to throw a photo up of all
So
the
that's
pretty
worth
cards you
nothing?
got.
That'd be worth it. I'll have a look.
Oh, okay.
They're all
right.
worth something.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Yeah. So do you think you'll keep doing this? Like, do you think a hobby that'll last? Or is the bubble going to burst with Pokemon cards?
If
Or?
I could make bank, I probably would keep doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm getting to the point where, because I had all that cards at the start, where it's starting to catch up on me now, where it's starting to maybe cost me money.
Oh, no.
But I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, it's
I don't
fun.
spend my money on anything else except for
Beer.
just build a house. But
Build a house of Pokemon cards.
Yeah, mate. That's crazy to me. So this is something that I would like to get into, but
So what's the technique?
what do you mean?
you
like,
see,
as
you-
I- as
just
see-
stuff that pack up. Oh, it's just something you watch when you
okay,
the
so
channel. They do like a card trick where they make it all suspenseful.
okay,
So the
so
last
see.
card's the rarest one in the
so
pack.
wait,
Yep.
is it a guaranteed spot for where the rare card is
Yeah,
going to be
if
in
you
that
do it
pack?
properly, so it's
So you
just
take the top card off,
the first 3, put them at the bottom.
Put 'em at the
top
bottom.
one will be an energy card.
flick that, get rid of
Yeah,
that.
piss that off.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't need that. Who cares? And then you just turn it over and you go through, and the bottom one will be the rare
The
card.
bottom one will be the rare card. Okay,
This is a rare card in every pack.
that's amazing.
Oh, it's magic.
Oh my god.
And you get your reverse holo and then your rare.
Ah,
Yeah.
so out of those 6 packs we opened,
You might make your money back.
we might make our money back on 2 just fucking gorgeous butter. Like I'm actually amazed at how pretty these cards are.
They're
Like,
like compared to what they used to be, they're just insane. You can get ones that are like rainbow colored,
yeah,
gold ones.
I can see why people would pay money for these now. Like these are
Oh,
genuinely beautiful things to look at. Like they rule.
I can't believe that first one.
Yeah, that first one's like amazing.
So the Butterfree normal one's not worth that much.
Oh, well. And just some of the other cards in here. I'm just going through the other cards we got just to see if there's any of my favorite Pokemon in here. Oh, there's a really nice Aaron. I like that Aaron. Aaron's a really cool Pokemon. Yeah, so as someone who's played basically every single Pokemon game that's come out and watched all the shows, I haven't ever really got into the cards as much, but I feel like it's definitely something I could get into. if I had more spare money.
It's very addictive.
Another
Yeah.
addiction. Phil.
Oh God, yeah. More things to spend my non-existent money on.
And I've got small children anyway, so I keep my non-rare cards for them to potentially play with when they get a bit older.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we Teddy's got a whole bunch of cards as well, and you know, I think I got all of his just from someone selling them on Facebook Marketplace. I had 200 for sale for $10 or something like that. I just bought those. But yeah, these packs. That was the first time I ever bought packs, and the thought of selling the cards that I got and making enough money to go buy more packs is instantly like, oh yeah, do that. Like I can see how people get sucked into this wormhole.
So all my profit has gone back into more packets.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
to chase that to get bank. Really.
Yeah, to get bank. Well,
Which I haven't got yet. But
looking for that
one day.
Charizard. Exactly, but it's that thing. It's one pack might have that one Charizard that makes you enough money to warrant buying all that. You're chasing the dragon, but so as you mentioned at the top, we're doing a Dragon Ball Z episode. It's kind of a special episode. We actually had another episode planned and booked for this week, but with you coming down, we definitely thought we'd have to get you on the podcast. And
oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. And you're actually kind of responsible for me liking anime. I think I mentioned it on one of the first episodes we ever had, but my earliest memory for anime is you watching Dragon Ball Z. And that was definitely the jumping off point. So Dragon Ball Z was kind of the jumping off point for everyone, right?
Everyone probably
In our
from my age to your age, I would think.
Yeah,
Maybe a
I
bit
guess
younger.
so. Yeah.
So like if we go back to the start to where it all began for basically all of us, it all leads back to Cheese TV, right?
Cheese TV.
Cheese TV. So I think that was because Cheese TV had Pokemon, Digimon, Sailor Moon, and like the godfather of all fighting shonen, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Did it ever run Dragon Ball?
No, I don't think so. I think Dragon Ball Z was the first on there. But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't think it did anything after. I don't think it did GT.
No, GT was on Toasted TV.
Yeah.
Cheese TV, because Cheese TV eventually transitioned into Toasted TV. I'm guessing that's where you dipped off.
Maybe, yeah. Probably when I
pretty
finished high school. Depending on, I can't remember when Dragon Ball Z finished in Australia, though.
Yeah, I know.
I worked out it was on when I was in about year 9, because I had my 15th birthday and then 9/11 happened, and where the fuck was my Cheese TV for
Oi,
one day?
Yes.
I said the same thing.
Exactly.
Which was my birthday. So
Yeah, and I was in primary school in that.
so I was year 9, so that's 2002.
One.
Is this
Was
like
that
a
2001, yeah.
is this like a conspiracy thing?
Okay.
Illuminati confirmed right now?
Well, I think that's legitimately everyone around our age. The weirdest thing is the main memory we all have as Australians for 9/11. It's the day Cheese TV wasn't on TV.
It's literally 2 hours of my morning that I want back.
I honestly
I used
remember.
to wake up before it.
Yeah, Pilates.
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 Oh, is it Aerobics Australia? Or
Yeah, Aerobics Australia before
Right in
Cheese
front
TV.
of the Opera House, yeah.
I had some weird feelings during Pilates. That unlocked some stuff in me, but yeah, I think.
Yeah, right. That's for another podcast.
But yeah, like it's so weird for like a whole generation of like Australian like Gen Z and all this, like a whole generation. The only thing we can really tie back to 9/11 is the day Cheese TV wasn't on TV.
Yep.
It's wild to think of. So
Going
yeah,
to school, angry. What is going on?
oh, I literally remember that was the buzz of the playground was like, what happened to Cheese TV? No one mentioned anything about 3,000 people dying in a horrifying act of terrorism.
Not at all.
But Cheese TV wasn't on the fucking TV. It was wild. That is wild. So Dragon Ball Z is is a Japanese animated television series produced by Tomio Animations. So it's the sequel to Dragon Ball. So did either of you watch any Dragon Ball?
I think I might have seen an episode or two, but
Yeah,
I never got into it.
I've watched.
maybe at the start where he catches that big fish or something or rides it. I don't know.
Yeah, he was riding a dinosaur,
Yeah, there was heaps
and
of
there was a
dinosaurs.
big fish.
Yep.
He had a tail.
So I remember I
That's
watched.
about as much as I remember.
Dragon Ball, done.
Well, I watched a fair bit of Dragon Ball.
Sorry to the fans of Dragon Ball. But
Well, that's weird because we were talking just before we started to another friend of ours, Tayo, and he was saying that Dragon Ball is much better than Dragon Ball Z. for me just sound wild. I've never heard anyone take that
That's
stance.
weird coming from a guy that just had no eyebrows.
Yeah, it was. Did you see?
I didn't see.
Legitimately no eyebrows. I'll have to see if you can get a photo up on the Instagram.
Although the power scale for like Dragon Ball would be completely different.
Well, that's it.
That's what his argument was.
His argument was that the power scaling in Dragon Ball was much more even and,
Between humans and him kind of thing.
Yeah. So Dragon Ball is like... And the thing that is crazy to me, Dragon Ball Z, it's all the one manga series with a time skip in the middle.
True.
So
Yeah.
think of how insane that time skip was. Like, so for anime, time skips in anime happen all the time. One Piece, Naruto, you name it. There's big shonens always do a time skip. It's a way to increase power scale, like a power of characters rapidly without having to do any training arc or anything. You just do time skip.
Yeah.
Or like a montage.
Yeah, no montage. But like it lets the artist redesign the characters, changes the power scaling, all that stuff, It's a good device in anime, but
Character development.
Development, all that stuff. But in Dragon Ball Z, it's crazy because Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z as a series are wildly different. Because Dragon Ball's all focused around Goku, and there's not much of an extended cast. But Dragon Ball Z has a billion other people in it. There's so many. We were watching some Super today, Justin, and there was so many faces. I'm like, who the fuck's that? Who the fuck's that? There's a billion people in that series.
Includes 7 other universes, yeah. let's do it.
12.
Z jumps forward to where he has a child.
Yeah, so it's I do have a bit of a synopsis here that we can play for Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z picks up 5 years after the end of Dragon Ball, with Goku now a young adult and father to a monkey-tailed boy named Gohan. Everything seems right with the world. However, good things don't always last, and this long era of peace comes to an end. A humanoid alien named Raditz arrives on Earth after tracking down Goku. He reveals himself to be his long-lost older brother. Goku learns that he and his older brother are both members of a near-extinct extraterrestrial warrior race called Saiyans. The Saiyans had sent Goku, originally named Kakarot, to Earth as an infant to conquer the planet for them. Though soon after arriving, he lost his memory and bloodthirsty nature after suffering a traumatic brain injury. With Goku's world turned upside down, he's left to discover whether anything in his life will ever be the same. So yeah, that was a brief little synopsis there of Dragon Ball Z. So that's where it starts off. So after Dragon Ball Z kicks off 5 years later with Goku and his son Gohan. So immediately it's completely changed the structure of the series. So how did you feel, what was your first kind of memory of Dragon Ball Z, Justin?
I remember like the fight scenes being different to anything that I'd seen. They do the speed up fighting where the punches go like, I'm doing up and down motions, but you know what I mean? And then they'll like go across the screen to make them look like they're moving really fast. And it's
Like
just
the
been
clashes.
Yeah. It was just nothing I'd never seen.
Really fast paced, yeah. And especially for a show of that era, because like I've been watching Dragon Ball Z all week, like in preparation for this, and like in comparison, it feels slow now. But when you think about it, that time, it came out in what 1989
in Japan, yeah.
In Japan, and then the dub came here later, obviously. But still, it's an old show, and it holds up. It's still really, the fight scenes are still pretty quick pace for that time. So what was your first experience with it, Jason? Like, what's your first memory of it?
I love the power-ups.
Power-ups, yeah.
Why not? Who hasn't tried to do it?
They were great.
Everybody.
And it's crazy because the Dragon Ball franchise is worth over $4 billion now. Yeah, and by the year 2000, more than 126 million copies of its volumes have been sold in Japan alone. So that's the manga. By 2016, this number had grown to pass 156 million in Japan and 240 million worldwide. It's the second best-selling Shonen Jump manga of all time. So it is huge. Like, it is a Goliath in the anime industry. Like, it's the anime everyone knows. If you ask anyone what's an anime, they're more than likely going to know Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy. I remember the first thing that drew me to Dragon Ball Z was the original theme song. Do you remember the original theme song?
Rock the Dragon.
Yeah, Rock the
Classics.
Dragon.
It's on my Spotify.
It's amazing, right? I think I've got it here. So yeah, this was the original theme song, but this wasn't everywhere in the world. This was only for certain countries got this theme song because the licensing was weird. So I know Australia and North America got this. It still holds up. Yeah, so that was the original theme song it had, and it was banged. I think it's the reason I got into like heavier music. In all honesty, like I think it was.
You reckon that's linked to it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I would sing that theme song constantly as a kid. Like it was always in my head. So yeah, Rock the Dragon was the first OP. But have you gone back and seen what the OP is now? Like what it's been changed to because of licensing?
No.
So it's Chala Hat Chala, I think it's called.
Sounds probably right.
Yeah. I think I've got it here. It's real like 80s poppy kind of thing. It fits more of the aesthetic of Dragon Ball Z, I think, weirdly.
Serious?
This is the dub. This is what it is now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
We watched it today. This is the dub.
It's all flying across the screen.
Yeah, really pretty graphics in the background, but yeah, this is the dub.
I can't say I've actually seen it.
It's all right. Like it's pretty average anime song, but yeah, it does have
it's something that you hear at the start of the Pilates.
No, there's no hype in this, but I think this kind of fits it better now. Going back on it as nostalgia, this feels a bit more like of a grown-up song. It's got a banging chorus though. Yeah, it's not for everyone, admittedly. No. I like it. But yeah, I just remember the OP Rock the Dragon was always in my head. Like literally always. So I think it's kind of hard to review this series now because it's kind of hard to separate the nostalgia from it. Like especially for me because it's basically planted in my brain as one of the only happy memories from childhood.
Pokemon.
Two, yeah. Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, yeah. Basically Cheese TV. So, what was your first draw to Dragon Ball Z other than the fights? Was there anything, or was it just fighting for you? Were you attached to the storyline?
It's got a bit of comedy. I'm like to think I'm a little bit of a funny person.
Fucking loser.
My mum says I'm cool. But yeah, no, I think it's funny. It's got some funny parts, some characters that are just joke around. They're only there. They seem like they're only there for comic value.
Yeah, trying to think of the pervy old grandpa now.
Master Roshi.
Master Roshi. He was like my introduction to that kind of trope of a character of the horny old guy that you see all throughout anime now. But he's like the OG. He's the only one that I can still watch do that and not be kind of, not roll my eyes. Because I think it's just, I don't know, it's Master Roshi. You get used to it.
The dirty old perv.
Dirty old perv.
Who gets just jacked up.
Yeah, isn't he? He appears in Super like just mad boss, doesn't he?
It's nuts.
Oh, I can't wait to watch it. I'm really excited to go in and hard on Super. I genuinely am very excited.
Like the power scaling is just ridiculous.
Yeah, well the power scaling in Dragon Ball Z is crazy. We were talking today about how long it took Goku to go Super Saiyan for the first time in the Freezer arc.
Oh my god.
It's like 6-7 episodes.
Oh, I reckon it was
just
at least
him,
a
like,
week
flashing?
of school.
Yeah, it's a week of school of him powering up for sure. That's crazy that's how we measure the time of Dragon Ball Z. 5 days. Maybe on a Saturday.
It would have ended on the Friday and then him actually powering up on the Monday or something.
Crazy.
Something dumb.
But so he goes, in Dragon Ball Z, we see Goku transition from Super Saiyan. Then he goes Super Saiyan 2, and the final form he receives is Super Saiyan 3. He doesn't move beyond that, does he?
No.
GT, he gets some weird power-ups, but that's no canon anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, so Super Saiyan 3 is the latest we see him. And that's
Is Super Saiyan 3 where he's like super tank, but he's a bit
He's got
slower?
long hair.
He's a bit slower though when he goes into it.
Oh, I think so,
And he starts like flashing like lightning around him.
Yeah. So he goes Super Saiyan 3 during the Buu arc, which is like around season 8, season 9 or something like that. And we see Vegeta as well go Super Saiyan. But like there's a lot less people going Super Saiyan in this series than I thought there was, especially in the first 5 seasons.
Oh.
Because it's barely in there. Like Vegeta doesn't go Super Saiyan until the Android saga. Yeah. And that's like 4 or 5 seasons in.
And Gohan the same. Or
yeah.
Cell.
Yeah, Gohan doesn't go till Cell, which is again.
Well, Vegeta
6.
wasn't like a main character in like the.
He's in season 1.
In the Frieza one though.
Yeah.
Was yeah, I suppose
Because he was against them.
he was.
Yeah.
Oh, and
That's
he
when-
transitioned at the end, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ah, that's right.
So Vegeta's actually probably a pretty interesting character for us to talk about. So were you a fan of Vegeta growing up, Justin, or?
He wasn't my most favourite.
Yeah.
Because he whinged all the time.
That
I think.
angry man.
Oh man, him saying Kakarot though is
Kakarot.
so great. I think I've actually got a clip of here of him saying Kakarot over and over again. God, it fills me with joy. But yeah, I remember if ever there was a guy whose favorite character of Dragon Ball Z was Vegeta, I just knew he was going to be a dropkick. You know, like it's like that litmus test. Like, who's your favorite character in Dragon Ball Z? Oh, Vegeta. Oh, dickhead. Like, you just know. Like, no one's favorite character is Vegeta without them being a massive tool. You know what I mean?
You're gonna anger a lot of people
he's
right
just
now.
constantly
I'm sure.
sad that Goku's better than him.
Yeah,
He is.
He is always. But he gets Bulma.
Bulma.
Bulma. Okay, Bloomer. Yeah, he gets Bulma, and he's the father of my favorite character in the series.
I think in Super he sort of veers away from that like jealousy of
No, he becomes
Kakarot.
a real team player.
Yeah,
he does.
He becomes a real team player by the end of Dragon Ball Z. Really?
I suppose.
Oh no! During the end of Dragon Ball Z,
he's still very competitive during Super as well.
He still hates the fact that he's not the best.
What's that? He goes Margin Vegeta in the end of Dragon Ball Z. That's close to the last series. So yeah, he's basically walking that tightrope of a villain that whole time. Yes. Which is kind of weird to think about him being a villain now that he's so firmly planted in my mind as a good guy, because it's basically all we see of him really, like when I think about it. Although he is a villain for a bunch.
Most of the Frieza saga is a villain.
Yeah. So Frieza Saga would have been the first saga you kind of encountered, Justin.
It's the one I most remember.
Yeah.
It's what if I think about Dragon Ball Z, it's what I remember. Like all the scenes and
Planet Namek
and
yeah,
and all like the transformations and stuff, because you don't see that early on, and it starts with Frieza with his different forms.
Oh yeah, Frieza's different forms was sick. I remember like thoroughly enjoying all his forms except
when you first see him, he's floating around in this little
ball thing,
that hovers
like
around.
very reminiscent of like Dr. Robotnik from. I wonder which came first.
and the fact that Frieza
Sonic
never really trained at all, but he's just that powerful.
He's a Prince Saiyan, isn't he? Isn't he like the
Prince Vegeta is.
Yeah, he's like the golden child of the Saiyan world. And that's something I discovered this week, like researching for this. Like the Saiyans weren't really a thing. Like there was no mention of Saiyans in all of Dragon Ball. It's never mentioned. It's only
because he didn't know what he was.
Yeah, it's only mentioned when Dragon Ball Z starts that he's a Saiyan. That's crazy.
You're like Superman.
I mean,
It's pretty much the same thing.
yeah, kind of.
Raised by humans.
I mean, you kind of got me there, but I feel like it's a bit of a cheap shot. But yeah. So who was your favorite character then? If it wasn't a Vegeta and if you weren't a Goku
I'm
guy?
a Kid Gohan fan.
Kid, what? Not adult Gohan with the glasses.
'cause
when
he's a bit
a
of a nerd.
fucking nerd.
Just goes to school. Like
Yeah, that's
yawn.
it.
Yeah, he's
I
pretty.
went to school literally to talk about Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. Because when
Yeah.
I was at school, the game Pokemon was massive. Blue and Red came out. So we used
Yeah.
to pay someone to borrow their Game Boy to play it at lunchtime.
Really?
$2 every lunch. Start from the start again. Get a Pokemon and then have to give it back and start again the next day.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then we had like the chips that brought out the Tarzos and stuff.
Oh, Tarzo collectibles.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Did anyone play the like Dragon Ball Z game on like the school computers?
No.
Is that
it was-
computers?
Hey?
You guys had computers?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I was at school when IMAX were there. Those coloured balls.
No, this would have been later in high school.
Oh, okay. No. Definitely didn't play then.
Okay, righto.
I remember I played one Dragon Ball Z game on my iPad and I didn't really like it.
I've played a few of the like recent fighting games they're all pretty good, but yeah, they're all the ones I've played follow that very basic structure of a
Mortal Kombat kind
Mortal
of.
Kombat.
And I didn't
yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
I wanted
that's
like the more story where you flew around and stuff, but I never really looked into it.
I think there's a few of those ones that are out there. It's flying around, more story based narrative of Dragon Ball, which would be objectively for me a more interesting game because fighting games like in that Mortal Kombat style don't really appeal to me. It's not my
either.
jam. I found this. I'll see if it'll play.
You're going to get some Mortal Kombat hate.
I've fucking ragged on Vegeta for the first 5 minutes. But speaking of Vegeta, this is a good reason to love Vegeta.
Kakarot! What's the matter, Kakarot? Do you hear me, Kakarot? Kakarot!
Oh, that's great.
I love
Kakarot.
Kakarot.
I just remember I used to say that all the time in school, like Kakarot. Used to do that in Destructo Disc, killing.
And he's the only one
Krillin's
that says
Destructo Disc.
Kakarot.
Yeah, he's the only person. Does he still call him Kakarot and Z? That'd be great if he did. I hope they.
Or Super, you mean? I think he does.
Oh, Super, yeah.
So.
I think he,
I'm not
I don't
sure.
know if I've ever heard him calling Goku, but I can't remember.
It'd be great. I hope that's something they continue through because I enjoy that. I enjoy that character trait of them.
So does that mean like Vegeta remembers Goku from when he was a child?
Yeah, that's why they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegeta went to kill Goku.
Yeah. So Vegeta
Right.
and Nappa originally encounter Goku on Earth and then follow him to Namek.
Yes.
Yeah, because they had to because the Dragon Balls got destroyed.
Yeah,
on Earth.
yeah. That's an interesting thing that this
No,
series.
before Goku was even like sent to Earth.
Yeah,
No,
they're
they're
from the same planet.
Yeah, the same
Yeah,
age.
yeah, of
though.
course.
They were both born at the same time, aren't they? The same age.
I would assume they're not far from each other.
Yeah.
I've
I'm
like-
not sure if they
I've
knew
watched
each
the
other
Dragon.
before. You're saying like if they knew each other on planet Saiyan or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Planet Saiyan.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I checked. Nailed it,
Fuck yeah.
Damn.
mate.
I'm not sure. They might have. I can't remember.
But you were saying Kid Gohan's your favorite. Why Gohan? Was it just because he was the most relatable at the time because he was the
Yeah.
closest to your age, or?
Maybe, yeah. He always seemed like he was
The underdog.
that down in his dumps. Oh, I'm never going to be good, and then
Yeah.
comes good. Like, beats Cell.
I think Gohan becomes a much better character because he wasn't raised by Goku. He was raised by Piccolo.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah.
Because Goku just
Absolutely was.
fucks off for most
The
of it.
image that always pops into my head when I remember Dragon Ball Z is when Gohan turns Super Saiyan to beat Cell and it comes out of the explosion and you see him, he's walking and the first time he's seen Super Saiyan.
yes, that's
just
sick.
That's
Actually,
my nostalgia.
I can always vividly remember him doing the one-handed Kamehameha with the spirit of Goku behind him, providing the other hand. That was always a touching scene. Someone who didn't have a dad.
His dad did die like
400 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time. He's dead more than he's alive.
yeah.
Well, that's crazy because Dragon Ball Z could
So
kill.
Gohan witnessed that, didn't he?
Yeah, he witnessed his dad like all the time
And
dying.
then saw his ghost all the time.
Yeah,
Now that you think about it.
but his actual dad never died, so that's fine. Piccolo stayed alive. That was
True.
good. But
True Cell.
oh yeah, Cell kills him too. Damn it, poor Gohan, man.
He
Kinda
witnesses
And
everything.
they wished him back.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of thing. Like, so Dragon Ball Z killed off characters so liberally because they had the ultimate out like every time. Oh, wish him back with the Dragon Balls.
Yeah, we don't care about civilians. They'll come back.
Yeah.
No, and that's what we're watching today. And like
Three
Goku,
wishes?
Goku wipes
I
out.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it 3 wishes?
I think the Namek one might be 1.
yeah.
Shenron was 3.
They changed the designs between the Namek dragon
Yeah,
and
the Namek one was fat.
Yeah, it was like a fat, chunky dude with antennae, right? It looked like the Namek.
that's right.
It was a sick design. I actually remember really liking that design.
Did he come out like a genie as well?
It still came out the same.
Still came out the same. Yeah.
But that Rock the Dragon opening we were talking about earlier, that's when I envision Shenron, the dragon. I always picture him in that black background, twirling around in the sky with all the forest animals below. You know that image from the...
Yeah.
That image is burnt into my skull. It's such an epic scene. And like having that out all the time that they can wish anyone back is such a cop-out now that I think about it. But man, it
That and
always...
Zenzu beans. Like,
Oh, Senzu beans.
Zenzu beans are bullshit. Instant healing, does it...
I think it makes them stronger.
Yeah.
They have,
Because when they endure like damage and then recover, they like.
I think that's
adapt.
part of
That's how
the Saiyan race is they become stronger if they...
Isn't that basic muscle thing too? Like to build muscle, you break tear
Yes.
muscle and then heal it. So if
Why are you talking about building muscle?
I'm trying to
Like,
look
me and you don't build
He-
muscle.
as a fat person, I find it very interesting to learn how to not be fat and then do none of the steps to do it.
Just thinking about it,
Yeah.
right?
Like I
Seems
know,
hard.
I know,
I love cake.
yeah. I know how to lose weight, but it's just easier to eat a chicken palmy burger from Macca's.
I did try that.
You tried a chicken palmy burger?
Yes.
I don't think I've had one.
I think it would be. I had
remember.
it. It was nice. It'd be better with barbecue sauce on it as well.
You fucking monster. You put barbecue sauce on everything,
I
you
do.
twat.
I
I'm a double
love
quarter
barbecue
guy. And I
sauce.
just can't go away from it.
Double quarter pounder. Is that your standard?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought your standard was McChicken.
Oh, fuck.
McChicken.
Hey, that's my wife's and she's shit.
Oh, that's right. That's Chiquita's. So, I can't believe your order's a McDouble. Is that seriously your standard order?
Double quarter, yeah.
I didn't know you were basic. So, man, you got to mix it up, man. Big Mac, fillet of fish. Fillet of fish is religious, mate. It's
Oh, no,
fish
I
and
get a
bread.
second burger. Like,
Yeah, what's your second burger?
You eat fish?
No,
really?
fillet of fish, maybe sometimes.
You don't eat a fillet of fish?
No, I don't.
Fillet of fish is close to godliness, mate. It's
No.
Jesus on the hill, fish and bread. Oh, excuse me.
Chicken clubhouse.
Chicken, fuck.
Why are we talking about McDonald's?
I don't know. Literally, we always devolve
Although
into
the meals they had in Dragon Ball Z, he just ate and ate and ate.
Oh, that's a trope that gets carried on through anime all the time. A main protagonist in anime always eats like a motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
always. Naruto, I can only think of
One
Naruto.
Piece.
Luffy from
Yeah.
One Piece. Zoro eats like a motherfucker. All those characters eat like a motherfucker. Who's the main guy from Fairy Tail?
Oh,
Natsu. God, I pulled that one out of my ass. It's great.
does
Edward,
Meliodas?
he can't cook for shit.
No.
Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. We're just naming shonen characters now.
Yeah.
So, Gohan, your favorite character. What was your favorite character, Jason? Yeah, kind of.
My favorite character. So I can't steal Gohan as well.
You can still
Or
Gohan.
Goku. Yeah, I don't know.
Goku's a cop out. I will respect you less if you pick Goku as your favorite character. I don't.
Probably not in Dragon Ball Z.
I don't trust anyone whose favorite character is the main character.
Like in Super, he's my favorite character because he is the
When he
main.
turns blue,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
me and
Oh,
Justin
yeah,
watching
he's
him turn
hot.
blue today. What's the blue with the red on the outside? That's a version up from blue,
Kaioken.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not just standard blue. That's another thing on top.
You know how he learned Kaioken off
Kinkai.
King Kai? Yeah.
There's different
Well,
levels
he-
of that too.
Yeah, so
He
he
does that before he
adapted
does
that.
Super Saiyan.
They
Oh, yeah,
adapted
he
that
does
into
too.
the Dragon Ball Super. So he would go into his blue form, use Kaioken 20, and then it would times his power by 20. So
Wow.
he'd be like ridiculously strong.
Remember in the start when they used to have the monitors to tell you how much
the
power?
little visor.
That'd be
thing.
right if they had that still.
9,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
His power's 350.
Now
was
it's like
crazy, yeah.
Now it's like in the millions, I swear.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
It's just
any series that goes on as long as Dragon Ball
outrageous.
Z goes, like the power leveling is crazy. We were talking today how it's insane to watch, Goku take 6 episodes to transform into Super Saiyan 1, where in the later seasons he just goes
Bang.
1, 2, 3, God, blue.
Yep.
Just tanks it out. Like it's so fun to watch. And
Did you watch the God?
no,
the
so
movie?
we've only I've watched the
Where he turns red?
No, I haven't watched that. I've watched a few of the movies, but yeah, I haven't actually spent much time with Super. We watched a few episodes today.
I watched about 10 of the first episodes, but I watched the sub version and couldn't get into it.
Yeah,
Oh, you can't. Okay, yeah.
No, I'm a dubs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Whatever I hear
that's
first
fine.
is what I like, and I like the dub first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dubs for
Yeah,
Super.
okay.
Yeah, there's no way. For me, I've always watched it in dubs. So and
I
again,
can watch
I'm,
anything sub now.
I'm a
If
dub
it's the
boy.
first thing I watched, then I can deal with it. But if I've watched it with what I think are their proper voices and it's
Yeah.
dubbed differently, I get annoyed.
It's hard. It's hard if you got a voice set in your head. It's hard to transition a character into a completely different voice. So come on, in Dragon Ball Z, who's your favorite character? It's not Goku.
It would have to be Gohan.
Gohan.
It would have to be.
For me, it's
Hands down.
Future Trunks, man. Future Trunks is a beast.
He's
when
a
he
weapon.
when he turns up in the Cell arc, his design is the most different from everywhere else because he doesn't have the boring black hair. He's got that sick purple mid part, rocking an undercut. Like if you look back at
Has
Trunks,
a sword.
has a sword, and instantly transitions into Super Saiyan. If you look back with today's standards of fashion and design and whatnot,
He doesn't defeat the
There's
boss.
so many people with swords. I mean,
no, but like his design is still if someone walked out dressed like Trunks now, it'd be fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
His outfit, his hairdo, I love it all.
But Trunks doesn't defeat Cell.
No, but he slashes Frieza and
he
like
kills Freezer in a second.
yeah.
True.
When Frieza turns back up, everyone's like, "Oh no, it's Frieza," and Trunks says, "What the fuck? Cut this pleb in half."
Who is he?
Yeah, exactly.
See
Frieza.
you
who?
later.
So yeah, for Future Trunks for me was always hands down a favorite character. And even when Future Trunks goes away and you just have Trunks and Goten in the later seasons of Dragon Ball Z, I loved Baby Trunks. Like young Trunks was great, and he was always paired with Goten, who I didn't have much of an attachment for.
Yeah.
But is he in Super much?
He is.
Yeah.
Again, he's just a side character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird for
And so is like Trunks comes back.
yeah.
Future Trunks.
He comes back.
Yeah, he comes back
Oh,
to
that's
fight
sick.
Black. Goku Black.
I have
Yeah,
no idea.
anyway. It's
We
just
got
like
a yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We're talking about Super and it's making
It's
my
just-
head hurt. I got to watch it.
Yeah. You gotta watch
It's all
it, understand it.
dubbed now, which is crazy. So we can
True.
finally watch it all.
Is it dubbed up to the Tournament of Power yet?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
we
watching
were
some of
watching
that
some of
today.
the Tournament
Yeah.
of Power today.
Mm.
We figured we'd duck in just to see some action straight off the bat, and boy were we pleasantly surprised. That Tournament of Power arc.
Have you seen him go like Ultra Instinct?
No. So we only watched the
Oof.
first
4 episodes or something.
we watched more than that. We're probably 80.
Mate, it is good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely want to watch. We might watch some more Super tonight.
When I heard Super was coming out, I was super keen for it. Then I watched the sub version. I was like, oh.
No, not this again.
Yeah, I can understand that, especially for Dragon Ball Z. Like, it's something that we've watched most of our childhood. Like, we have so many memories of it, and to completely turn it on his head and change all the voices, it'd be crazy. It'd be like me trying to watch Pokemon now with its Japanese voice. Like, in its
Although I
original
can't
Japanese.
watch Pokemon now with
I
the
couldn't.
new
I can't get watch
animation.
it after Gen 1.
Oh, really?
The new animation, I just can't.
It's dodgy. It looks.
It's weird. Everything's so curvy.
Yeah, I like it. I'm unapologetic in my
I'm
love
OG.
for.
I like the sharpness.
No, I'm unapologetic in my love for all
I'm Brock
Pokemon
and Misty for
seasons.
life.
Rock and Misty are back in the last seasons, mate. They're great. They haven't aged yet. It's fucking weird.
Are they all curvy still?
Yeah, they changed their design. They're mad curvy. I'm a massive Pokemon apologist.
Each to their own.
Yeah. So with your introduction being the Freezer arc, Justin, would that make that arc your favorite arc in the series?
Yeah, it's the most I remember.
Yeah. So you'd
I
have
remember a
them.
lot of Cell stuff, but I think probably the power stuff started taking over that you were saying, Jason. How I
Yeah.
guess a bit out of control.
Everyone's leveling up really quickly and stuff.
See, I preferred the Cell arc
Yeah,
just due to like, I don't know, it felt darker.
I think
You know what I mean?
I also think it's an age thing because Cell arc is my favorite arc, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's John's favorite arc as well.
Okay.
So we're all in that same age
And
group.
then the Boo arc's okay. It's okay.
The Boo arc I didn't like
It
because I
just
thought
felt weird.
I think
too.
Boo's an annoying character. He's probably my least favorite character. Is Boo,
well, we saw him in
Yeah.
especially when he
Super.
becomes good.
Yeah,
True.
We saw him in Super
And
today,
then it
and
was
I
like
didn't
a-
like him. Yeah,
It-
I didn't
yeah.
like Babbity either.
I think I started going off Dragon Ball due to the end of like the Boo arc. I was like,
yeah, I didn't like Babbity or anything like that.
nah.
And I did like Marge and Vegeta. I did
Yes,
like
that was
That
interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
That was an interesting kind of plot twist, and well, it kind of arced back to the first kind of instance of Dragon Ball Z pitting Goku and Vegeta against. But that being said, I didn't get into any of the fusion stuff apart from. So who fuses? Goku and Vegeta do a fusion, don't they?
And Goten and Trunks.
That's the one I remembered being really
into
into.
Gotenks.
Gotenks, because they had a ghost thing as well. Do you remember they did a ghost power?
That was
It
strange.
was really weird.
Yeah.
But they had some really weird powers. But I love the design of Gotenks.
Gotenks.
So with the fusion of Goku and Vegeta, there's two types of fusions, isn't there?
There's Gogeta and Vegito or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Different names.
Vegito, because it's a Goku dominant or a Vegeta dominant.
That's crazy.
It was weird how
I
they
don't
did
think
that.
any other ones do it.
No, well, I think because their fusion wasn't always. It sounds weird to say, but consensual. I think one person chose because they were using the earrings.
That's right.
While
Using
Goten
fingers.
and Trunks were doing the technique with the
Yeah.
fingers. So yeah, which was a Namek technique, I
Yeah,
believe.
because Piccolo and or
King
whatever
Kai. No, King Kami.
Yeah, on they fuse.
Yeah. They fuse in the Android arc. I was watching that the other day. That Android arc still holds up because those androids that you get introduced are fucking terrifying. Android 17 and 18 are legitimately scary villains because they're so ruthless.
Yeah.
And even the kind of plot twist, because you get introduced to Android 19 and 20 first. 20 being Dr. Moreau.
A big
and
fat one.
Yeah, 19 being a weird Asian stereotype.
Yeah.
Really off-putting. But yeah, and then Android 16 is the one with the red mohawk.
Yeah.
He was dope. I liked
Yeah,
him.
he was good.
He'd probably one of those androids would probably be up there in my favorite characters, and it's good. We saw glimpses of them in Super too, so it's good to see them back.
The way 18 becomes
Just
good.
the two.
18 becomes good anyway. She marries Krillin.
Yeah, that's it.
Krillin gets hair. Krillin with hair is
He does at the end.
It's strange.
GRZ. Yeah.
yeah. Krillin with hair is wild. Krillin's a weird character. Because
They're just like I was saying today. They're just those 4 guys are all cannon fodder.
So
Krillin,
Krillin,
Chiaotzu Tien, and Yamcha.
Yamcha.
We'll just set them up to die first.
Yeah. Well, because Krillin,
We'll just sit back and have lunch.
Yamcha dies. Yamcha dies in Cell. Krillin dies in Frieza. The other two, Tien and
Chiaotzu.
they both die in Frieza as well.
Anyone watching?
Yo, Yamcha dies in Frieza as well.
Yeah, they all die.
They all
They all
die.
get wished back. And
Yeah, that's right.
Yamcha's like
There's-
a meme.
There's
too.
no emotion behind their deaths.
No.
Like-
I still don't like seeing Krillin die getting blown up by Frieza. Because Krillin's like
He
Goku's
did get
oldest
fucked up.
friend. Because Krillin's in Dragon Ball. Krillin trains with Goku in Dragon Ball, so they've been together for ages.
wasn't Goku trained with Master Roshi?
Yeah,
in
and
Dragon
Krillin.
Ball?
And Krillin.
Yeah, those three train together. So Krillin's like his OG
And Master
mate.
Roshi shows no fighting ability at all in any of it.
No, in Dragon Ball.
In Z.
He didn't?
You don't see him do anything, does he?
I think you see him in one of the tournaments.
I don't know
Tournaments.
about Dragon. I don't know.
But
about
he's
Dragon Ball.
tank and super, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like crazy tank.
I don't know how he got more powerful, but yeah.
So what? So you'd say Cell would probably be your favorite arc, right?
Yeah.
So what about villains? If we're talking villains, who are the villains that stand out for you? Is it Frieza for you, Juzzy, or because there's so many good ones?
Ability-wise, I think Cell's really good
I love Cell.
because he powers up by absorbing people.
And
With
he's
his
So
tail.
and
it
he's
seems like his
scary
power
too.
is a natural growth, where Friezas and that are just, you know what I mean? Like they
Born.
have to.
They born.
Cell has to get people to get stronger.
Yeah. And I like Cell's design too because it makes him very like buggy and alien-y. It's like
He's a bit of a bug at the start,
Yeah.
of the film, and then turns into like that beast,
humanoid.
Yeah.
Really cool color structure too, like the
Yellow.
green and orange and
purple and white.
yeah, really sick.
Yeah. Wait, so in the Cell arc, that's when in Australia they changed from the green blood from the red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when the dub changed.
They changed blood.
Yeah, they changed
So
blood.
the original when it originally aired in Australia, the laws on violence and ratings were a lot tighter and more stringent. So they changed the animation for the blood to be green because green blood's less realistic. So they thought children would be less scared of it. And then when the restrictions got eased to save money, they stopped editing it to be different and just made it red. So yeah, but we see that.
I remember that, yeah.
It's weird too.
It
Like
is strange.
it's so weird because we see it all throughout the anime of that era. Like Yu-Gi-Oh got rid of guns, but then guns came back in.
Or in One Piece, how
Sanji
Sanji
cigarette,
was
yeah,
smoking cigarettes, now he had a lollipop.
that was fucking dumb. I hated that. But yeah, like Dragon Ball Z really didn't have any of that stuff apart from the blood.
Yeah.
Not
It's such a violent.
and not too many fan service characters. I don't remember
There's
Bulma
not-
being
There's no female.
no,
There's no big female character in it.
No.
no. Android 18,
That's about it. But
yeah. Bulma, Chi-Chi.
so
are
if you're
all-
a female, it's not really a anime for you.
yeah, like
Not
it,
at all.
they weren't targeting that demographic
No.
at all. They were just targeting young men.
boys,
Yeah.
teenage boys.
Like
That's
in Super, there's a few Saiyans from another universe, which are females,
Oh yeah.
and they're like OG.
Didn't we got in the later seasons of Dragon Ball, we get Satan's daughter,
Videl.
who gets paired with Gohan a bit, and she ends up being pretty powerful too.
She's like the strongest human
Yeah.
female in the world because I think Chi-Chi was.
Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah,
then
that's something I don't remember
Chi-Chi
at all.
was the strongest female in the world, I'm sure.
Yeah, she was. That's something I don't remember at all, though. Like, I never remember hearing that or seeing anything of that.
I
It was only...
I think it's a Dragon Ball thing, maybe. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
because
Okay.
I
And then
remember
Videl
looking
takes
back on it.
over.
That's crazy.
And then Pam becomes half Super Saiyan, half human.
Ah, that's right. Yep.
Is that Vegeta's...
No, that's Gohan's daughter.
Oh, yep. Jesus, man. There's so many characters in this.
Mm.
So would Cell be your favorite villain as well? Or?
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, it's close between Cell and the androids. I really do love those androids because I just think they're genuinely terrifying.
They're
Yeah,
ruthless. Yeah,
because Frieza never killed civilians because
No.
it was on a different planet.
And Frieza too was kind of, he wanted immortality. It felt kind of greedy where the androids just
wanted to kill everything.
Yeah, it legitimately just felt like they were just lashing out. Where Frieza was just kind of a megalomaniac. I never enjoyed Frieza's final form either. I thought that was the most boring of all his forms. I thought the one before it where he had the big long skull and the horns
like
was
alien looking one.
Yeah, the really alien looking one. It kind of, that's one thing I don't enjoy that Dragon Ball Z does, where the final form of characters tends to be their most human looking form. Like Cell's final form, he looks pretty human.
Boo as well.
Boo, yeah. Boo's final form's Kid
He's
Boo.
just slender. Yeah, actually, it is Kid.
Yeah, Kid
wow.
Boo.
Oh, my God.
And then there's obviously a character I never found out till the other day was called Oob, which is human version of Boo.
Yeah.
He becomes Defender of the Earth at some point. I don't know.
Wait, is his name Oob?
Yeah, and he's black.
Yeah. He because at the end of the Boo saga, don't they split? And
Yeah, that's right.
and then-
yeah.
Kid Boo becomes a human. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
And apparently Goku teaches him to defend the Earth or something. So.
I
But
think
then
that's
I've
in
never seen
GT. I
everything.
think that's in GT.
It's in GT.
I think so.
GT also had a weird transformation for Goku that I see all the time where he's got like a red, hairy body with like a tail again and black legs.
Yeah,
GT
that's
was
going to
weird.
Super Saiyan 4 or something.
Yeah, GT was weird. I can understand why that wasn't canon. And I don't think it's called GT everywhere in the world. So I think it's called Kai.
I've never watched an episode.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I
because
think
I've
it's
heard
called
Kai
Kai.
before. Yeah.
I think it's Dragon Ball Kai. I think we're the only place that calls it GT.
Yeah.
Or there's only a few places where it was called GT. Which is weird because I hated the sound of it. Dragon Ball GT never sounded good to me.
No.
And I hated
Well, I don't
Gohan.
think Dragon Ball Super sounds very good either. As a title.
Yeah, As a title, DB.
Yeah.
Compared to Z.
Dragon Ball Z just had everything. And the way they drew the Z too was always the coolest thing. That's how I drew all my Zs, for sure. I just love the way they drew the Z. Do you remember like when you were a teenager and you were watching this? Was this a big deal around school and around your friend group? Was everyone
All
talking
the
about
kids
this?
in my age group, this is all we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there were so many collectibles going around at the time. Like you were saying, the Tarzos.
Yeah. I don't remember much like figurines or anything like that. I'm not sure if they were
Yeah.
around then, but it was definitely guys were talking about it all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of cards at the start, have you seen any of the Dragon Ball Z cards? Because there's
I've
a card
seen-
game.
I've seen a video of someone looking at them, but I'm not sure if I'll be interested in it.
Because I went into there's a local store in Port Macquarie, like a gaming store, and I've bought board games from there before. And I always talk to the guy because he's lonely.
So
You're such a nice bloke.
I know.
Is it Zing? Because it's not a.
No, it's not Zing. No,
So you can buy them at Zing.
no. I think it's called. I think it was called Retcon, but now it's called something else. I think it got retconned. Anyway, he was going through some of these cards, and I was having a look at them, and they are like gorgeous, like the same as those
Well, they're
Pokemon
good-looking
cards.
cards,
They're
but-
amazingly beautiful. And apparently, the trading game around it, like the actual card game, is pretty interesting. It'd be something I'd probably drop into, but I don't want to spend more money on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
it's probably a bit late
Well,
for.
it's big money in Yu-Gi-Oh cards too.
Is it?
It's
Oh,
the same
yeah.
as Pokemon. Probably
Yeah.
not as much.
Yeah.
There's definitely some expensive cards in there.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Wow.
feels more niche than
Blue Eye
Pokemon
and
would
White
be.
Dragon, whatever it's called. That's thousands and thousands of dollars.
I've got one on that shelf over there if you want it.
Yeah.
Fox like a motherfucker.
How
Almost
about
coming
like the
apart.
three-headed one?
Three. Blue Eyes White. Wasn't that just
The fusion one.
three-headed Blue Eyes White Dragon?
That's the one that everyone talks about.
Yeah, Blue Eyes White
Blue Eyes
Dragon.
I think I got that at home.
That's Kaiba's card.
We'll have
yeah.
a look.
Thousands and thousands of dollars.
That's crazy. So, we probably should wrap up. Dragon Ball Z, man, like it's weird to talk about it this far away from when it came out and when it was relevant to us, but I still think it holds up. Like rewatching it this whole week, I've had legitimately nothing but fun. I've laughed. I've felt sad at times. I've been angry. You know, I still there's more to this than just nostalgia, and I don't like it when people say it's pure nostalgia. Like there's nothing good about it going back to it because I still think it holds up. Like it's still genuinely a fun and good show.
Yeah. Oh, it's very. It's nostalgic to me, but I would think that people my age would watch it, and that never seen it before. If they were interested in anime, I'd be like, watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
If you can sit around for 300 episodes,
that's the thing too. Like it's a bygone era of anime when there was less content out there, so you're more content with watching so much of
I've
one
heard
series.
there's files out there where you can get it where there's none of the bullshit episodes where they do nothing.
Yeah.
I was
the same thing for 4 episodes straight. But
Dragon Ball Z Abridged is the thing, right? On YouTube, the abridged version. Have you watched those? Are they good?
Are we talking about the right one?
They're like the abridged ones where they re-voice over it and put in jokes and speed up the storyline.
There's some funny ones.
Do you only watch that for the humor, or is it? Do you watch it for the story as
just
well?
the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
When it pops up, I might go,
Damn.
watch it.
YouTube algorithms have got us pegged, hey?
Oh, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I swear my YouTube algorithm knows more about me than I know about myself sometimes.
and then you get the random, do you want to watch chess? Like from 10 years ago, chess video?
Yeah, and I usually
Sure.
do. It's crazy.
This could be interesting.
The other night it was like 2 o'clock and I was laying in bed watching a darts tournament from 2004 and fucking loving it. Like
That's
every
so
second. And like there's something about a sport where it's only fat people that are drunk playing it that's just so appealing to me. Really, really scratches an itch for me. I love it. Wow. So yeah, I think Dragon Ball Z can get it right, guys.
Got it.
It's got it, right?
It's had it.
It's had it. It's always getting it.
It's like 30 years old. It's definitely had it.
Yeah. And I'm really excited.
I'm not going back to rewatch it again.
There's some episodes I
don't-
think you can rewatch.
I don't know if I could rewatch the whole series. But
No, like, so what I did on this
because it's 300
rewatch,
episodes.
yeah, what I did for this rewatch is I picked out the main parts of arcs I wanted to see. So I watched the Frieza arc, especially with those 5 fighters, the Frieza's henchmen,
Guinea Force?
Guinea Force.
Guinea Force.
Their whole arc in Frieza arc's amazing. They're fun
They
and
all
interesting.
dance and
actually,
they practice their poses more when they're fighting.
So
Yes.
great. They all have like cool, unique powers, like super speed, super strength. You know, one does a mind transfer one, and Goku
does.
beats him by throwing a frog in the road. It's great stuff. I'd highly recommend going back to that. And then I dropped in on the Future Trunks arc and the Android arc, the Freezer, and some Boo stuff. So I definitely reckon if you're going to do a rewatch, I recommend looking back and remembering what you remember. You think about what you remember and what parts you enjoyed and just watching those parts. Like, you don't have to watch all the nonsense filler. Like, there was one episode that autoplay kicked in and it started watching, and it was Goku getting his driver's license halfway through on the Android arc.
What?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing because it was wild. But, like, awful filler.
It's
Like,
weird that they do things where he tries to act normal.
yeah.
Has normal
Where
things
he
to
could
do.
fly.
Yeah.
He's also, like,
what?
like, I think he's autistic. Like, the only
Well, in
thing
Super, he does do a bit of farming.
oh God! But like the only thing he's ever concerned about is fighting. Like he never cares about his kids.
And training. That's it.
We were watching Super today, and there was a line where Bulma was pregnant and Vegeta didn't want to go train with Goku, and Goku's like, "Why? She's having the baby, not you."
Yes, I didn't have to deal with that. I was dead.
Yeah, I didn't have to deal with my kids. I was dead. It's legitimately funny. Like
What about the gravity chamber or whatever it was?
hyperbolic training chamber.
Yeah.
That's how they like kind of get away with a few of the training arcs because it speeds up time.
Yes.
No, slows down time. You can be in there for longer.
Yeah, it slows down
Yeah.
normal time, like
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
life time.
So like a year in there is like 1 day in the real world or something like that.
Yes.
I think it's less.
That's not the hyperbolic chamber. That's a different training thing in a different.
Oh, that's in King Kai's.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
Because
So-
there's a hyperbolic chamber at Capsule Corp
Oh, yep.
where they change the gravity.
That's right. And they train in like 3,000 times
Yes,
Earth
that's the one
gravity.
at Capsule Corp.
Yeah.
That's the one Vegeta
and they're
trains
wearing
in all
like
the
big
time.
weights on the wrists and
Yeah,
legs.
so the one that Vegeta trains in all the time.
Yeah.
And then Gohan and Goku go to.
What's that palace up in the sky with the horribly racist blackface guy with the red lipstick?
Master Popo.
Popo. Oh, Jesus. That hasn't fucking
then there's
aged
that-
well, has it?
Then there's that
Didn't they change his color to like?
looking guy,
Yahirochi. Is it-
Yahirochi that does nothing. For
Yeah.
the whole,
No,
he doesn't.
Yahirobi. Yahirobi, is it?
Yeah.
He has a sword. He's so fat and he does nothing. He does something though. He cuts off Vegeta's tail when Vegeta goes. It's the only thing he does in the
He's got
whole
his cat
series.
that flies around.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh man, I love
Strange.
how weird some
know
of the
what I'm talking
characters were.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that place called? The floating red palace in the sky.
And it's on a stick, and I'm always like, how does this not fall over?
And it's also got the ladder up the side that goes directly out like this. Every time I saw that, I was like, oh, fuck that ladder, mate.
I ain't doing that.
Who's climbing up like this? It'd be insane.
Fuck your ladder right off.
Also, the thought of someone
be an
flying
elevator.
to the base of that and then taking the ladder camera off the side. I love how weird Dragon Ball Z got, and I love how almost quirky it was. You could almost classify it as a quirky show. Like it's just great. It is really great.
It's crazy that you can, like, in general conversation now, like, if you're like doing some work and you're like, just turn Super Saiyan and
you get it done easier.
True, mate.
just turn Super Saiyan.
I still use that. Yeah.
Listen to there's an Australian music radio youth chat program called Triple J. We all know it. Just listen to Triple J for one day and tell me how many times you hear a rapper quote something about Dragon Ball Z in their lyrics. It is in every fucking rapper.
I hate Triple J.
Yeah, you do. You're a Triple M man.
Triple M.
Fuck, you're old, hey. You're so
I'm pretty old. I'm way older than you guys.
you're the oldest person on this pod. Like, oldest person we've ever had by like 10 years.
10 years.
Maybe not that much. So we should probably wrap it up, guys. There, I think Dragon Ball Z is definitely getting it.
It's getting it.
You know, what's that?
Nothing.
I'm gonna have to listen back and see what you said. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is definitely getting it. It's amazing. Normally we end on the outro music, and we'll do that after this. But I've got to shout out to the OG, right? Like it just feels like I have to, right?
Classic. Destroys the city.
Yep. Kills millions of civilians, but they'll wish him back with the Dragon Balls, guys.
That's it.
It's all good, mate. So yeah, it's been great having you here, Justin. We'll have to get
Thanks
you.
for having me. It's been good.
We'll have to get you in for a few more episodes while you're
As
down.
long as the border's open, I might be able to do some more.
Come on, Rona, fuck off. Follow us on the socials at Lords of Dorktown at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can email the pod at lordsofdorktown@gmail.com. Get amongst it, guys. Leave us a 5-star review. Tell a friend about the podcast. Get it out there, and keep it dorky, guys.
Peace.
See you guys.
Cheers.